The hospital smelled like a disinfected affair. You sat frozen on a metal chair, Jia guided against your chest, a thin cold place to her head. Your hands would not stop shaking. Doctors moved quickly, questions were asked, eyes flashed above you two. Kitchen grass, you answered automatically. Your mind was somewhere else. They cleaned the wound carefully. Jin cried weakly, a sound that cut deeper than any scream. Doctor, it's not deep, just a small cut. You hit your breath. The needle came, 1, 2, a tiny stitch. Jin whimpered, then slowly quit. Easily whispering into your hair. When soft broken, I'm here, you moist right. The doctor finished and stepped back. Doctor, she will be fine, just keep her rested, was her night. Back home, the apartment felt different when you returned, smaller, sharper. You laid Jinhye on the bed, gently as if even the air might hurt her. Jinhye slept deeply, peacefully. A thin bandage wrapped around her head. You sat beside her, didn't move, didn't breathe. You watched Jinhye's chest rise and fall again and again. Only then did you finally breathe. Were stitched in faintly red. You wiped them slowly with the tissue, threw it away, then stared at your palm again, while whispering to yourself, I was right there, I should have been closer. Your eyes burned, but no tears came. You reached out and brushed in his hair back gently, so carefully, while I promise I won't even look away again. She shifted in her seat, fingers curling slightly as if searching. Thinking, she held it even as if you lowered your forehead to the edge of the bed, stayed there as the night passed quietly. 4 years later, you sat alone in your office room, the soft glow of the laptop screen reflecting on your tired face, paper scatters everywhere, draft notes, half-written ideas. The room looked like a chaotic as your mind. You tried to focus again and again, but nothing worked. Frustration slowly crept in. Still, your dream was bigger, to work with a major agency someday. Just then, the door opened. You look up. Wine, oh Hannah, come in. Hannah stepped inside, holding her phone, eyes shining. Hannah, wine, I just got a call from an agency. In your chair, Wine, what did they say? Hannah, they want to work with you. Some of your dramas got their attention. The company is Artist Company. Your heart skipped to beat. Artist Company, one of the agencies you had always dreamed of working with. Hannah, they want you to collaborate with them. A smile appeared on your face. After so long, finally, an agency you truly wanted. Wine, tell them I will agree to whatever date they suggest. You said calmly, though your excitement was impossible to hide. I have no problem meeting them. Anna, alright. She replied with a smile. You glanced at the clock and froze. It was only Jinhye's school dismissal time. Wine, oh no, you grabbed your bag and rushed out, heading straight for the school. The school year was right when you arrived. Children were laughing and playing, some off the swing, some running around, others hiding behind trees. Parents stood nearby waiting, calling their children home, and there on a bench sat Jinhye, quiet, observant. She wasn't praying, she was simply watching everything. You hurried over and stood in front of her. Why, I'm sorry, sweetie, you said softly. I'm dead. Jinhye looked up and smiled gently. Jinhye, it's okay, Amma. School just ended. He took Jinhye's bag and hid her into the car. As both drove toward home, you glanced at your daughter. Why, how was your test result? Jinhye's eyes sparkled. Jinhye, I topped again, and guess what? I got first place in the drawing competition today. Everyone was staring, some were jealous. You laughed softly. Why, then you deserve a big treat today. Jinhye looked at you seriously. Jinhye, will you stay with me all day today? He was surprised by the question. Then guilt slowly settled in. You had been so busy lately. Jinhye has often stayed home alone. Jinhye was different from other children, more mature, more aware. There was nothing she could not do if she tried. Maybe she had inherited that from her father or mother. Fine. Okay, you say gently. Today we will spend the whole day together. Jinhye's face lit up instantly. The car stopped at a traffic signal. Jinhye's gaze drifted outside. It followed her eyes and noticed a little girl standing with her father in front of an ice cream parlor. The man bent down and handed the child an ice cream, smiling warmly. Jinhye kept staring. A sudden unfamiliar fear tightened in her chest. Jinhye used to ask about her father when she was younger. Now, she didn't ask anymore. Somewhere in her heart, Jinhye believed her father had left them and you had stopped explaining. While ice cream, you asked softly. Jinhye shook her head. Jinhye, I want a banana milkshake. You smiled faintly. Jinhye was obsessed with that. Well, alright, you said. I will make one when we get home. As the signal turned green, the car moved forward. You reached home and Jinhye immediately ran out to freshen up. The house felt unusually calm. You opened the refrigerator and paused. Pasta and cheesecakes ingredients, a small smile curved on your lips. You took everything out and placed them neatly on the counter. Just as you was about to start, you heard footsteps. You turned. Jinhye stood there as curious. Jinhye, what are you making, Amma? She asked. Man, guess. You said playfully. Jinhye scanned the ingredients, her eyes lighting up instantly. Jinhye, cheesecake. 1 second and pasta too. Jinhye, I want to help, she said excitedly. While alright, come here. Both stood side by side in the kitchen. Jinhye mixed, you guided. Flour dusted the counter, laughter filled the room. For once, work didn't stress and loneliness stayed far away. Evening, you brought Jinhye to an amusement park. Lights sparkled everywhere, music played softly in the background. Jinhye's laughter echoed as she hopped from one ride to another. You laughed too, something you hadn't done in a long time. Jinhye suddenly stopped. Her eyes were fixed on colorful cotton candies, pink, blue, white, shaped beautifully. Jinhye, Mama, I want cotton candy. You smiled and went to buy one. When you returned, Jinhye jumped happily and grabbed it. Jinhye, rabbit, she said proudly. My love, yes, a white rabbit. But it's late now. Let's go home. Jinhye, okay. Both started walking suddenly. Jinhye bumped into someone. The cotton candy slipped from her hand and fell to the ground. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. A man said. Jinhye stayed silent. The man was wearing a mask. His face wasn't clearly visible. He gave an awkward nervous smile. Man, I will bring another one, he said quickly. Why, no, you don't need to. You tried to stop him, but he didn't listen. He returned moments later with another cotton candy and handed it to Jinhye. Man, here, wine. It's okay, you really didn't have to, you said softly. The man scowled slightly, looking at Jinhye. Man, a cute kid should not be sad. What's your name, Jinhye? She replied quietly. Man, Mr. Name, he said gently. Alright, Jinhye, I have to go now. He patted Jinhye's head lightly and walked away. You stood still for a moment, an odd feeling stirring in your chest, something you could not quite name. Meanwhile, Jimin, why did you take so long? He asked impatiently. The young sighed. I bumped into a little girl. Her cotton candy fell, so I went to get her another one. Jimin's expression changed immediately. Jimin, Suga Hyung had an accident. We need to go now. Taeyang, when did it happen? Jimin, just a little while ago. Taeyang's face hardened. Taeyang, let's go quickly. They rushed off. Jimin and Taeyang rushed into the hospital. They immediately saw everyone standing inside one room. Suga was laying on the bed, his leg heavily bandaged and suspended. Jimin frowned. How did this happen? Namjoon sighed. Namjoon, he slept during dance practice. That's how it happened. Taeyang looked at Suga with concern mixed with irritation. Taeyang, you should have been more careful, Hyung. Suga scoffed and glanced at J-Hope. Suga, if J-Hope had kept my leg steady, I would not have fallen like that. J-Hope widened his eyes. J-Hope, I didn't do anything. Taeyang turned serious. Taeyang, when will the doctor discharge you? Suga, after 15 days, Suga replied calmly. As soon as he said that, Suga stared straight at J-Hope. Everyone followed his gaze. J-Hope froze. J-Hope, what? Fine, I admit it. It was my fault. Jin crossed his arms. Jin, that's something we all already know. You should have been careful from the start. Before Jin could say more, Jimin interrupted. Jimin, enough. I will go get food. What do you want to eat? Jin, fried chicken and drinks. Jin answered immediately. Everyone stared at him. Jin shrugged. Jin, what? Am I the patient here? I can eat whatever I want. Jungkook stood up. Jungkook, eat whatever we bring. With that, Jungkook and Jimin lived together. While walking, Jimin suddenly stopped. Jimin, Jungkook, wait. Isn't that Jihye? Jungkook stiffened. His expression darkened instantly and started walking faster. Jimin, hey, wait. Why does she look like that? Her clothes. She looked messed up. Jimin whispered. Jungkook said coolly. Jungkook, her boyfriend probably left her. They were about to move away when a voice reached their ears. I told you 4 years ago I gave birth in this hospital. I am that child's mother. I came to take her back. Both of them froze. The nurse replied firmly. Nurse, you abandoned the baby. A woman found her and there was a police case. We tried to contact you back then, but there was no information. You can't just come now and demand the child. Jihye, I was in a terrible situation, she said angrily. I was forced to abandon her, but now I want her back. Please tell me where she is. Nurse, I'm sorry, we can share that information. Ji's stormed away in frustration. Jimin and Jungkook's head heard everything. Jungkook, whispered Stern. 4 years ago, Jimin turned to him sorry. Jimin. Jungkook, what are they talking about? Do you know anything? Without answering, Jungkook ran to the counter. Jungkook, whose child was that woman talking about? He asked urgently. The nurse looked annoyed but replied, Nurse, 4 years ago, she gave birth to a baby girl. She threw the baby into a dustbin and ran away with her boyfriend. A woman later found the baby. A police case was filed, but no one came forward. Jungkook was shook. Jungkook, what happened to the baby after that? Nurse, she is fine. The woman who found her adopted her. Something inside Jungkook twisted painfully. His heart started racing. For reasons he couldn't explain, he felt suffocated as if that child could be his. Jimmy stood beside him speechless. Jungkook, where does the child live now? He asked. The nurse shook her head. Nurse, we can't disclose that information to strangers. Who are you to the child, Jungkook? I don't know, he said honestly. That woman who just left, I was in a relationship with her 4 years ago. I had no idea about any child. Seeing his unstable state, the nurse softened. Nurse, we still have the child's medical sample. If you want, you can do a DNA test. If you are the father, we can give you the address. Jungkook didn't hesitate for a second. Jungkook, I'm ready. He gave his sample and refused to leave the hospital. Then arrived later, heard everything and immediately went to inform the others. Next morning, finally the results came. The paper trembled in Jungkook's hand. Jimin looked at it first. Jimin, it's positive. Jungkook's face hit. Jungkook, I need the address. He took the address and stood up instantly. Jungkook, wait, I and Jinhae will come with you. Jimin, I am coming too, he added. Jihyo stayed back with Young and Suga. The 4 of them rushed out of the hospital toward a tour that could change everything forever. Breakfast was done. The apartment was quiet again, only the soft sound of life continuing. You sat at the small table with your laptop open, papers spread around you. He was trying to work, typing and deleting the same line over and over again. Inside the bedroom, Jinhae was playing on the floor, humming to herself, her toys scattered around. She laughed softly, completely unaware of the world outside her small safe bubble. Ding dong, you frowned slightly. No one ever came this early. You stood up, whipped your hands on your pants, and walked toward the door. Another doorbell rang, this time more urgent. You opened the door. The moment you did, you froze. 4 men were standing outside. All of them were masked, tall, well-built. Their presence alone made the air feel heavier, unfamiliar, most intimidating. Your finger tightened around the door. Wine, yes, you asked carefully. For a second, no one spoke. Then one of them, standing slightly in front, stepped forward. We are looking for the woman who adopted a child 4 years ago. Your heart skipped. Your instinct screamed. You didn't open the door wider, didn't step back either. Your voice stayed calm but guarded. Wine, yes, that's me. You said firmly. Why? Another man spoke this time, his tone polite but sharp. The child's biological father is here. Your face cocked. The words seemed to cheer. One, father, you repeated slowly. Your hand instinctively moved toward your chest. One, the child was abandoned, you said. Your voice steady despite the storm rising inside you. There was no father, no mother, no one came. The man in front replied quietly. He didn't know. You shook your head, disbelief flashing in your eyes. That doesn't change anything. You straightened your back. Why? She is legally adopted, completely properly. I am her guardian, her mother. There was silence. Jungkook could hear a child's laughter from inside the apartment. That sound shattered something inside him. Jimin glanced at Jungkook. Namjoon lowered his head slightly. Jin looked away, uneasy. You noticed the shape. Your voice hardened. Why, if you came take my child away. She is not a thing you can just claim. She has a life, a home, a name. Jungkook finally spoke. His voice was raw, controlled, strained. Jungkook, we are not here to force anything. You look straight at him. Why? Then why you are here?